Hey there, this is Larry Beecham, and today I want to share with you an invisible obstacle that I uncovered, not only for myself, but for most people that are having little to no success even though they're doing the work. Have you ever been through that? Felt like nothing you were doing was actually working? Well, I believe I found the reason, and I'll share it with you today. Stay tuned.
You are moments away from a breakthrough. Turn up the volume and get ready. This is the Champion Builder Web Show. The champ is here. Broadcasting live from Tampa, Florida, featuring the champion builder himself, Larry Beecham. If you want to be a champion in leadership, personal development, or sales, you've come to the right place. Now, here's your host, the one and only Larry Beecham.
So I just started reading this best-selling book called Psycho-Cybernetics. I've been trying to read this book for years, finally decided to crack it open, and I didn't even get past the foreword before I really had an aha moment. I want to share with you the main aha moment that I got just from the foreword. And it starts with let me just share this quick story. I was at a business meeting yesterday, and I was sitting in the audience and I was listening to the information, and I was getting actually really motivated to take action on what I was seeing. But I remember 10 years ago that I would be sitting in that same meeting scared to death. On the inside, my stomach would be turning, my mind would be clouded, and I would be telling myself things like, there's no way you could do that. You can never be as successful as that person. They have advantages that you don't have, so why even try? And all of those things would roll around in my mind. So here I am today sitting in a similar meeting and thinking completely differently. And after reading the foreword in Psycho-Cybernetics, I think I discovered what it was. There was an invisible obstacle that was in my way. And let me read to you the quote that I took from the book. It says, self-image sets the boundaries of individual accomplishment. It defines what you can and cannot do. Expand the self-image and you expand the area of the possible. So I have been reading books, I have been going to functions, I have been listening to audios, watching videos, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't change. And the author of this book is actually a plastic surgeon. And one of the things that he shared about being a plastic surgeon that he discovered is when you take a knife and alter a man's face, that's not the only thing that you alter. You also alter who they are on the inside, sometimes for the positive, sometimes for the negative. But without a doubt, when you take the knife to someone, you are changing the man inside and out. And so what I discovered is I cannot cosmetically change on the outside, which is take in information, take in knowledge, without cutting away the ugliness, the scars, the mutations on my heart, on my self-esteem, on my self-image. And it wasn't until that I raised my self-image that I was able to expand the boundaries of my own accomplishments and achievement. That's why I could sit in this meeting just last night and feel completely different than I did 10 years ago for the same type of meeting. What's really changed? It's not my success. It's not my knowledge. It's my experience with my own self-image. It's changing how I see myself. It's believing in myself a completely different way. And that takes time. That's not something you'll be able to do overnight. But if you ever found yourself doing things over and over and over and not seeing the result, you might be self-sabotaging because deep down inside, you don't believe you deserve the success. You don't believe you're worthy of it. And if that is true, you got to take time to fix your self-image. Here's another quote. It says, the self-image is changed for better or worse, not by intellect alone, nor by intellectual knowledge alone, but by experiencing. Willingly or unwillingly, you develop your self-esteem by your creative experiencing in the past. You can change it by the same method. In other words, you can't read your way out of a bad self-image. You can't study your way out of a bad self-image. You're going to have to experience different. Here's an example of what they mean. It is not the child who is taught about love, but the child who has experienced love that grows into a healthy, happy, well-adjusted adult. Our present state of self-confidence and poise is the result of what we have experienced rather than what we have learned intellectually. You got to change your experience. When you change your experience, you'll change your self-image. And when you change your self-image, you'll expand the boundaries of what's possible in your life. I hope that's helped you. I want you to be a top producer. I want you to be a champion in whatever it is that you're doing. But don't overlook the need to have the plastic surgery, to have the surgical hands of carving out the things that have damaged your self-esteem so that you can actually look on the inside mirror and like what you see. That's powerful. Now I want to give you an opportunity to download a very powerful audio that I created entitled 30 Things Top Producers All Have in Common. You can go right to LarryBeacham.com and you'll see a place where you can opt in for that audio. It's about an hour long and it'll bless your life. I literally highlight 30 things that I have gleaned from my own success as well as the success of others who I know. And trust me, when you finish listening to this audio, you'll be better for it. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to serving you again soon. Take care for now, and God bless.